Senior Special Assistant on Public Communications and New Media to the Minister of the FCT, Lere Olayinka, who joins me live from our studio in Abuja. Mr. Olayinka, thanks for joining us again. Your principal has been in the news for different reasons lately. I had a guest on the show yesterday who marveled at how he's able to do his work as minister with his involvement in the Rivers matter. There's also his interest in the PDP and its leadership tussle. How does he really juggle all this together?
Well, good evening, Nifemi. Thanks for having me. You are dealing with somebody with enormous energy, and that is the person of the FCT minister is on Wiki. Even me, I ask him most of the times that where do you get this energy from? He has that energy, and there's no two ways about it. He can multitask. He can do, and you can see that his involvement in politics here and there has not in any way his activities, his performance as a minister of FCT has not been affected. So there's nothing to be worried about. He's a politician, and it is for politicians to also be involved in politics in the state, at national level, and everywhere. And that is what he's doing. The moment you are a politician and nobody is talking about you, it is as good as you are no longer relevant.
But that is one way to look at it, Mr. Olayinka. The other side of the coin is perhaps he would even perform better as FCT minister if he isn't distracted by these other engagements. After all, it's not as if all the problems of people in FCT have been solved. He's not distracted, and let me also tell you this one: there is no human being that can solve all problems. The minister cannot solve all problems in the FCT, but there is no argument as to whether or not he is delivering. You go on the street of FCT, ask the people in FCT, ask cab drivers, ask people walking on the street. They will tell you that Wiki is working. So that is what is important. Every other thing that he is doing is immaterial. Whatever I'm doing, the moment I'm able to perform my duty, there should not be any question as to what I should do or what. There's nothing that he should do that he has capacity, that there is fund for him to do, that he has not done. You and Honorable Ugochinyere, there's been this back and forth between both of you on the print as regards to his press release yesterday. I don't want this conversation to be about this person. I just want us to talk about some issues he has raised, because he's actually not here to give a right of reply. But his allegation, Mr. Olayinka, is that Rivers Assembly members loyal to the minister are planning to amend the law to reinstate council chairpersons removed before the October polls. How do you react to this? What's the minister's position in this regard? Well, let me first correct this impression. You cannot remove personality from message. You cannot remove the person giving you a message from the message. And that is the fact of this matter. Honorable Ugochinyere has come out, he comes out every time to claim, and this is what I want to start like this, to claim that he is spokesperson of opposition in the National Assembly. I asked him in my press yesterday, Nigerians should begin to ask him, journalists should also ask him, who are the members of this opposition in the National Assembly? Because there are two bodies in the National Assembly, the majority, the minority. So where does this opposition belong? Who are these members? And we cannot begin to also run democracy like this, where people will come out and be impersonating. Because what he's doing is actually impersonating. And in Senate claims, somebody like that should have been questioned by the security agencies and be asked, where is this your opposition that you are leading? That is one. Number two, Ugochinyere is from Imo State. He represents a federal constituency in Imo State. The people of that constituency are there suffering. People are dying there. People are hungry there.
What has he done for them? The money that he spends every day on TV, on live TV, he can 5 million we do a lot of things for people in his constituency. He's not bothered about his constituency.
I hear you, Mr. Olayinka, and many of these things you are stating.
I'm going to
just allow me to butt in. Allow me to butt in for a minute, because many of the things you are saying, Mr. Olayinka, are clearly stated. I have read your position on these on, I think, the Punch or one of the national dailies. I'd like us to advance beyond that for, the purpose of our viewers and many of the issues that we are following. The question I ask you precisely is whether or not the plan on the side of the minister is to return these local government chairmen that were removed, following that initial election.
The minister in some wicked does not need to plan. You see, one of the problems people like Ugoshiri have is this penchant for looking for money everywhere from people, and he has to protect it. He was the one who provided the platform of his party, Action People's Party, for Rivers State for the local government election. Those who were sacked by the Supreme Court became chairman under his party. So he has to protect that. But what does the law say? The law is very clear. From the Supreme Court judgment, Supreme Court said that the National Assembly, since the National Assembly has power to extend the tenure of the president and governors in the event of inability to hold the election. The State House of Assembly also have power to extend the tenure of local government officials, elected officials now, in the event of inability to hold election. So, okay, what is the situation in Rivers State today? Rivers State has not been able to hold election. And by the Supreme Court judgment, non-elected people cannot govern local government. That is what the law says.
All right.
The governor has come out to say that civil servant should be the one governing local government. That is unlawful. That is illegal.
But he has also fixed a date for another election for August. But let us take a short break, Mr. Olayinka, and then we'll be right back for more on this conversation. Stay with us, everyone. Lere Olayinka is Senior Special Advisor to the FCT Minister, I believe, on communications. Thank you for staying the course on the program. Some say, in all honesty, that haven't watched that press chat with the Honorable Minister yesterday, that perhaps he hasn't been magnanimous in victory, especially when you consider his response to questions like, are there political solutions to this matter? You supported Governor Fubara. Now he says he's willing to obey Supreme Court judgment, especially for the purpose of peace and security in Rivers.
Well, let me start this way. The governor does not have any option. I don't like this statement coming from people that the governor has said that he will obey Supreme Court judgment. Does he have any option? He does not have option. He has to obey the judgment. So the issue is this. Let him obey the judgment, because the moment in a conflict, the moment you have gotten to a level that court has rules to say, do this, and this, the governor has to do all those things. As of today, there is no commissioner in Rivers State. There is no legally appointed commissioners in Rivers State. The governor has to send list of commissioners to the House of Assembly. As of today, there is no legally passed budget in Rivers State. If the Supreme Court went to the extent of saying there is no government in Rivers State, and as of today, it is still like that. I saw yesterday you mentioned that the governor went to the House of Assembly. How do you as a governor present budget to the House of Assembly? The first thing is that you write a letter to the Speaker, notifying the Speaker that, oh, I am coming to present budget to the House of Assembly on so date. The Speaker will read the letter on the floor of the Assembly during their sitting. oh, I have received this letter from the governor. He will read the letter. And the House of Assembly member will debate on the letter and look at the date. They will either adopt the date or fix another date convenient to them. Then they will write a letter to the House, to the governor. We have accepted, though, come and present your budget on ABC Day. The question is, I saw the letter displayed by Ogoshieri, the letter written by the governor. Where is the evidence that that letter was received by the House, was even taken to the House of Assembly? All right. The letter was not, there's no evidence that it was delivered.
I hear you.
Where is the invitation letter from the House of Assembly to the governor?
I hear you, Mr. Olayinka, and I understand this position. It was exactly what the FCT minister said, that he didn't go through due process. But we've seen 2 attempts now by the governor to reach out to the members of the House. There was an initial letter inviting them to the State House to discuss the issue of unpaid allowances and salaries, a befitting place for their sitting, and other sundry matters. Would you agree? Just hear the question first, Mr. Olayinka. Okay. Would you agree that the ball is now in the court of the Amewule-led House of Assembly to tell Governor Fubara when to present this budget?
The issue, the first issue is that it is an insult for the SSG of Rivers State to write to the House of Assembly. SSG don't write to the House of Assembly now. It is the governor. It is the president of Nigeria that will write to the National Assembly. Same in the state. How can you? I
am sure we have moved past that now, right?
Number two. I know. Number two. The two of you have been fighting. You sat on the entitlement of the House of Assembly members for over 1 year, close to like 1.5 years. Then you went to court. The court now said, do this, go and pay the entitlement. You now wrote a letter to them to come and meet in your house. Who does that? So the issue is, the ball is in the court of the governor. The ball is in his court. If I were him, I would have resolved this problem even before now. But it has gotten to this level. If I were him, I will come down from that high horse of arrogance that I have been. I will come down from the high horse of arrogance and talk to people.
Well, I'm wondering exactly. I am at loss, really, as to what you expect from him now. Yesterday, he said he had even made several attempts to call the speaker over the phone.
What I expect of him is to reach out to those people first. Call people. To send people to people. People talk to people, people listen. That is politics. He's not playing politics. And that
you're asking him to beg, right?
He should beg. Because the moment you lose in a war, when you go to a war and you lose, you have lost everything to negotiate. The governor is not in position of strength at all. He's no longer in a position of strength. So he has been defeated.
Is this why they are threatening to impeach him?
Nobody is threatening to impeach him. But the question is, has he committed the impeachable offense? The answer is yes. So if the House of Assembly in carry out one of his functions, because House of Assembly has right to impeach governor and deputy. So if they now say they want to carry out their function, will I say they should not?
But I'm sure you are also,
the House of Assembly should not do their job.
I'm sure you're also paying attention to developments and reading the mood in Rivers. You know, concerns from certain Ijaw militants who are threatening that going that way would mean a major security breach and violence in Rivers State. All the parties involved concerned about, for instance, there were a conversation about even the political economy, the impact on oil production and what have you.
The issue is this. You are talking about political economy. What has the governor, what has he done to resolve issues? In the beginning, the president of Nigeria intervened. There was an agreement. There was an understanding. The governor signed. Other people signed. The speaker signed. He left the meeting and started abusing the president. That the president was a meddlesome interloper. So what are we talking about? What we are saying now is that the ball is in this court of Sim Fubara, governor of Rivers State. He is the one that should come down more than 1.5 years. And you now went to the House of Assembly yesterday. He was the one who orchestrated the burning of the House of Assembly. So, and the House of Assembly had to move their sitting to where their family are. And you took and you went to people uninvited. Who does that? And somebody will come and buy airtime. Somebody will come and buy airtime. Somebody who should focus on his personal life to get married and have children. And will be coming to national TV to come and be talking what he does not know.
I hear you.
Just because of the money he's getting for River
And
State.
it's a huge allegation you are making about him orchestrating the burning. I'm not sure he's ever acknowledged or come out to say that he orchestrated the burning.
Supreme Court alluded to that now.
I understand the position of the Supreme Court.
Of the Supreme Court.
Yes, but I still believe that saying he orchestrated, like that, might be a form of allegation that is.
I said orchestrated, and
exactly.
It is in the Supreme Court.
All right.
And I said somebody who does not have a family, who does not have a wife or children at 44, will come to national TV and be talking nonsense. Mr.
Olayinka, we have to go now. But how do you address the mood that the Wike side is not magnanimous in victory and that they are not also ready to extend an olive branch to Fubara?
You say Wike side is not magnanimous. Wike side wrote letter to the governor to come and present budget. When they took the letter to the governor's office, the letter was not received, it was rejected. Wike side invited the SEC chairman. They told him to go to court. You said it's not magnanimous. Wike side was the one who first said, come and present your budget. Wike side has said, bring list of your commissioner. What else do you want Wike side to do? For Wike side to put their head on the table for Fubara to cut the head? The issue is this. Fubara has been defeated. He should beg. That is it.
Good place to leave it.
He's the one that lost.
Good place to leave it. Senior Special Assistant on Public Communications and New Media to the FCT Minister, Lere Olayinka, thank you for talking to us on the program this evening.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching, everyone. The conversation continues online. Use the hashtag Beyond100Days, tag at TVC News NG and at Nifemi Oguntoye. We're back tomorrow with more. You can watch it again at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow.